Hello, everyone. Okay, so welcome to today's answer in 10. I hope you get this. And let's see. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. All right. Okay. So today's answer in 10, we have quite a few to get through. And the first one came from their sourdough, no, the methyl cellulose page. Okay, let's see if I can get Joanna on so she can help me with this. We are having some issues, apparently. We're not streaming live to the correct place I want it to go to. Everyone, give me just 1 minute to figure this out. Promise you I will get all the cake and cookies and methyl cellulose questions answered today. Anyway, we have a lot of questions coming through from the sodium bisulfite page, which is really weird on how people find us there. So apparently our sodium metabisulfite page gets searched quite well, and we get really interesting questions on there. So I would like to let a lot of you out there know that we are a baking website. So in that aspect, we are only going to answer baking questions that come through. So other questions like non-food products and candy and beverages, we don't answer that, okay? Because it's just not relevant to what we do right here. All right, so we are good to go. Let's see. One more thing. I hope you guys are coming to the sourdough class. That's what I'm going to be talking about today, some sourdough. And one of the biggest issue with artisan bread is really the staling, right? Mainly because the artisanal way of baking doesn't exactly measure the bake out. And with loaves that go beyond 30 minutes of baking, you can really dry it out, like really dry it out. So my suggestion is always to use some form of thermal profile logging, so that you can understand your bake outs and pretty much, learn how to not overbake your bread, because overbaking is one of the biggest thing that causes staling in sourdough bread real fast. Okay, so don't overbake your bread. So if you cannot afford a thermal logger, I would suggest running an experiment where you put in a thermometer into the loaf of bread, and you keep looking at it every single minute until you get to 200, and then every single minute until you get to the color you want. The point where it hits 200 degrees Fahrenheit to the point where you get to the color you want, that's the arrival time. This is consuming, but it can be done if you don't want to buy a thermal profile. But my suggestion is to make sure that you buy a thermal profiler. Okay? All right, let's go to our first question. First question of the day comes from the methylcellulose page. Dow is making methylcellulose called Methacell A4C. That's a great product, by the way. Can you advise me if there are any other alternate suppliers whose quality is close to Dow Methacell A4C? No, because this is actually a superior product. I've had a lot of comments coming back from the gluten-free field on replacing this particular methylcellulose product, and it just doesn't work. It's like the best product on earth for gluten-free formulation. So you can try other companies with similar methylcellulose products like Sigma Aldrich, the chemical company, companies in China that manufactures the cellulose. But I tell you what, Methacell A4C is pretty superior, and good luck if you can find any kind of substitute for that. And no, this was not brought to you by Dow Chemicals. I just really like that product. Okay, next, we are looking for confectionery inclusions to be used for spread applications like chocolate spread, peanut butter type. Okay, so to me, it sounds like an oil-based system. So if you're looking for inclusions for an oil-based system, your inclusion needs to be oil-based, right? So it cannot so it cannot it has to be non-polar base. So it has to be water soluble. Yeah, so if you're going to put an inclusion in oil, then your inclusion needs to be water soluble. So so that it doesn't dissolve in the oil-based peanut butter type product. I'm not an expert in this, but my friends at BAKERpedia, they have a product line called Sensory Effects, and they do all kinds of different inclusions, and they can customize to your specs if you decide what the inclusion is. So reach out to BAKERpedia. I will include their information down below, and hopefully you would be able to get a solution for your inclusion question. Good luck. Convection ovens. All right, so can we always get even results while we are cooking with the convection oven? I asked plenty of people. They all have different answers for that. Yeah, I'm probably going to give you another different answer. And the answer is yes, you can get even results with convection ovens in baking. Let me get a drink of water first. So the reason why I say that is because it really depends on how you maintain your oven and how your air distribution is evenly spread throughout the oven. So as long as you have an oven that is regularly PM, you should have really even heating or coloration throughout the convection oven. So if you're experiencing that problem, it's time to look at your ovens. Get an engineer in to look at it. Okay? Good luck. Next question. All right. Why isn't my computer? And Dan said that I should reach out to you. Well, thank you, Dan. I have reduced the white sugar and replaced it with invert sugar. Cookies ended up staling even faster than the cookie without the invert sugar. I have tried many other methods as well as different proportion of starches, lecithin, oat flour, and modified starch, but none of them work. I would like to keep my label natural. What would you recommend? Well, number one, I recommend going to our staling page. Understand what is staling, and then go to our shelf life extension page and understand what helps your shelf life. So between these two pages, you should be able to find solutions for your cookie shelf life extension. All right, so to really summarize it, you really need to keep the sugar in. Like, I have no idea why you're removing the sugar, but sugar binds water and increases the textural effect for moistness. So if you can, do not remove the sugar. That's my number one key point for you. Okay. Number two key point, fat is an awesome texturizer. So increase your fat in your solution. Yeah. So if you're to use like 5% fat, go up to 10%. Increase that lubrication moist mouth feel, and you will get a better shelf life. Okay. Lastly, don't bake out too much. The longer you bake out, the more moisture you lose, the drier the product's gonna be. So you don't want a dry product. All right, good luck. And if you have any more questions on formulation, you can always purchase a question for $100. You know, you just need to really type up your question real well so that I can answer it properly and fast. All right, next. You need antimicrobials. Okay, so next question is, how do I extend the shelf life of cake? Which preservative can I use, and how much can I use? All right, so we really get a lot of cake questions. It's not even funny, you know. It's just like, before BAKERpedia, where did all those questions go to? All right, so what I hear from the bakery field is, I want to increase the shelf life of my cake and I want a clean label solution. What can I do? Okay, so that's why I created Ask Dr. Lin YouTube channel. So go to Ask Dr. Lin on my YouTube channel and subscribe. Episode 26, which is the latest one, covers the antimicrobials in cake shelf life extension. So I go into elaborate on how to extend the shelf life of your cake product in episode 26. And if you subscribe to the channel, episode 27, which is coming up later this week, is going to tell you how to extend the textural characteristics of cakes for the shelf life. So 26 and 27 is going to really help you. And I do not want to repeat myself because I went into details on how to do this for your cake products. Okay, good luck. Last question. If a product says L-Cysteine hydrochloride, does this mean it's synthetic and it's okay for vegans? I believe L-Cysteine, the vegan kind of L-Cysteine, is produced from a fermentation process. So reach out to Wacker Corporation for this. WACKER. They are a sponsor on BAKERpedia. So go to their sponsor showcase on BAKERpedia. Type in WACKER on our search bar. It'll get you there. And you can get a sample of vegan L-Cysteine on their homepage. Okay. As for what you have right now, L-Cysteine hydrochloride, I can't really say much without looking at your spec sheet. So if you want to send over a spec sheet, that would be great. I can take a look at it and let you know if it's vegan. Otherwise, I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay. So let's wrap this up. Do you have issues with your sourdough? Is it molding too fast? Is it not browning enough? Or it just doesn't taste sour? All right, so some of you may know we will be holding a sourdough seminar on December 12th. We have Carl DeSmeet, the sourdough librarian. We will have Dr. Marco Gabbado. Batty? Not very good at pronouncing names. But Dr. Marco is going to be talking about sourdough science. He is really going to go into it. Dr. Jane Bach will be talking about flour quality and the kind of flour that you need in sourdough. Brian Chang will be talking about the sourdough process and what you can do to shorten it. And myself, I'm here to help you problem solve, to pull the round table together and answer more questions from sourdough problems. So use code Puratos50, that's capital Puratos 50, and the next 10 viewers get this course for 50% off. Thank you to Puratos. All right, so sign up today. That's all I have for today, and I will catch you on later this week. If you don't catch me, I'll see you next Tuesday at 10 a.m. for 10 minutes at least on Pacific Standard Time. All right, bakers, have a great week. Bye.